Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, I'm Dagim, and today I want to share something very personal, something I think a lot of you might relate to. It's the story of how I learned English, completely on my own, without a teacher, without classes, and without any expensive courses. I didn't grow up in an English-speaking country. I didn't have native speakers around me. And I definitely didn't have a private tutor. What I did have was a strong reason to learn and a whole lot of curiosity. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps and habits I used to learn English, from zero to confident. These are the real strategies that worked for me, and they might just work for you too. So, if you've ever felt like learning English is too hard, or that you can't do it without formal help, this video is for you. Let's dive right in. Part 1. I turned everyday life into a classroom. The first thing I did was shift how I looked at my surroundings. I stopped waiting for a teacher, and instead turned my environment into a classroom. For example, when I watched movies or TV shows, I didn't just watch them for fun. I watched them with English subtitles, and paused every time I didn't understand a phrase. Shows like Friends, The Office, and Stranger Things became my daily lessons. I'd rewatch scenes again and again until I could understand the jokes or the emotions behind the words. Another thing I did was change the language on all my devices. My phone, my computer, my video games, everything. This forced me to learn the real words people use every day, like settings, notifications, update, or scroll down. Even grocery shopping became a language lesson. I'd read labels, look up words on the packaging, and compare them with my native language. I once learned the words sodium, ingredients, and preservatives just by reading a cereal box. Learning was everywhere. It wasn't limited to a classroom, and that mindset helped me grow faster than I expected. Part 2. I spoke to myself. Yes, out loud. This might sound silly, but one of the most powerful habits I built was talking to myself in English. No teacher. No partner. Just me, practicing out loud. Every time I was alone, like walking home, doing laundry, or brushing my teeth, I would describe what I was doing in English. I'm pouring water. Now I'm brushing my hair. This shirt is still wet. These small phrases became my training ground for speaking. I also started narrating my thoughts. If I was feeling tired, I'd say, I feel exhausted today. If I was excited, I'd say, I can't wait for tomorrow. It helped me build vocabulary that matched my emotions and daily life. I even practiced conversations by pretending I was ordering food at a restaurant or asking for directions. Hi, I'd like a cheeseburger, please. Excuse me, where's the nearest bus stop? One time, I recorded myself speaking about my day, and when I listened back, I noticed my pronunciation mistakes, so I fixed them. No teacher needed. Just my own ears, and the courage to sound a little weird for a while. Part 3. I read what I loved, not what I was told to read. Another game changer was reading things I actually cared about. Not just boring textbooks or grammar rules. I started with comic books, especially Marvel and DC stories. The images helped me guess the meaning of words, and I picked up fun expressions like "no way" and "you've gotta be kidding me." Then I moved on to song lyrics. I'd listen to my favorite artists, like Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, and BTS, and read the lyrics while listening. I would translate each line, write down new words, and even sing along. That taught me rhythm, slang, and pronunciation. Later, I got into blogs and fan fiction. I read travel blogs, food reviews, and even Harry Potter fan stories. These were full of real, casual English, the kind that people actually use. And one more thing, I always had a notebook with me. I'd write down interesting phrases and try using them in my own writing or speech. That notebook became my personal dictionary. Part 4. I listened. Like my life depended on it before I could speak English, I trained my ears. Listening helped me understand how native speakers actually talk, and it gave me the rhythm of the language. I listened to English podcasts every morning, even when I understood almost nothing. Podcasts like The English We Speak, ESL Pod, and Luke's English Podcast were my go-tos. I'd listen while commuting, cleaning, or before bed. At first, it felt impossible. But little by little, words started to make sense. I repeated what I heard, shadowed the speakers, and tried to copy their intonation. Music also helped a lot. I'd listen to one song over and over, then search for acoustic or slowed-down versions, so I could catch every word. Someone Like You by Adele. I must have listened to that 100 times, just to learn how she pronounces emotions. I also watched YouTube channels like English with Lucy or Speak English with Vanessa. I'd slow the video speed, turn on captions, and repeat sentences until I got the pronunciation right. No teacher, just consistent exposure and lots of repetition. Part 5. I wrote every single day, and it changed everything. Writing became the secret weapon in my English journey. It helped me think in English and organize my thoughts clearly. I started with daily journaling, just 5 to 10 minutes every night. I'd write about what happened in my day, what I was feeling, or what I planned for tomorrow. I didn't worry about mistakes. I just wrote freely. Then I challenged myself to write Instagram captions in English, or write comments under YouTube videos. This helped me learn to write short, natural sentences. I also tried blogging. I created a free blog where I posted book reviews, travel dreams, and personal stories. No one really read it, but it didn't matter. I was practicing sentence structure, transitions, and tone. Sometimes, I even translated my favorite poems or stories from my native language into English. That made me think deeply about word choices and how to keep the meaning the same. Over time, writing helped me gain confidence, especially when I had to send emails, write resumes, or fill out forms in English. I used AI and online tools to learn smarter. Yes, I didn't have a teacher, but I had the internet. And that became my personal classroom. I used ChatGPT to practice conversations and to explain grammar I didn't understand. For example, I once asked it, "What's the difference between say and tell?" And it gave me super helpful examples. Grammarly helped me catch my spelling and punctuation mistakes. Hemingway Editor showed me when my sentences were too long or confusing. I also joined online forums, like Reddit or Quora, where I could ask questions or read how native speakers express opinions. I learned words like nuance, context, and articulate just by reading threads. Language learning apps like Duolingo and HelloTalk also helped me connect with other learners and practice with real people. So no, I didn't have a teacher, but I had tools, and I knew how to use them with purpose. Final thoughts plus call to action. So, here's the truth. You don't need a teacher to learn English. What you really need is commitment, creativity, and a willingness to sound a little weird sometimes. I did it, and you can too. Let's recap. Turn your everyday life into a classroom. Talk to yourself out loud. Read what you actually love. Listen like your brain depends on it. Write something every day, and use tech tools to support your growth. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments. What's your favorite way to practice English alone? Do you journal? Do you shadow podcasts? I'd love to hear. And if you want more tips on learning languages, study hacks, or life advice, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who's learning English too. Thanks for watching. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one. Love.